Are you looking for tools and pattern recognition systems for FX? Look no further than Manara by Eaconomy. To get access, simply go to Eaconomy, link below. I've got a referral code there which you can gain access to, and you do need that in order to actually get in there and start using it. So you go to the Eaconomy portal and then log in, and then what you want to do to access the product is go orders and then place an order. And you can see here, obviously you can become an affiliate. You've got 2 packs here, and you can go the Elite Pro pack if you want in order to get access to AI Athena and additional products. However, the Manara is accessible through the Elite pack, which is a little bit cheaper, so that's also a bonus. Now, once you've ordered that, you will be able to go to Forex down the sidebar. Manara will take you to this section here, which is basically a bit of information about the tool, and you can hit that button there, and that will take you straight to the Manara FX scanner. Basically, this tool, it's obviously a chart setup. It gives you a whole heap of information here, and you can basically show a range of different indicators, trend. You can basically take these off or show or hide them, and I'll drag that over there. You've got a range of levels here too. So the market's here right now, and based on this information, obviously you can make a bit of a determination of where the next target might be. So it might be perhaps down to 106.29. You might expect it to keep coming down before it then retraces up higher, up towards this D level here. So you've got a whole heap of patterns and everything there. What you can do is go monitor, and you can actually filter by all different pattern statuses, time frames. So you've got weekly, monthly, daily, down to 5 minute. You've got Forex, commodity, metal. So obviously if you're not trading bonds, you can simply uncheck that and it will filter that list. You've got all the different patterns that you like to use. So for example, if you only like double bottom or double top, you can actually just turn all of these off, or even go triple bottom and see what's actually got a triple bottom setting up. So the AUD USD is actually on a triple bottom right now on the 15-minute mark. That to me doesn't necessarily look like a triple bottom. So obviously once that connected, the market went up and went up a little bit, not a huge amount, but obviously a couple of good green candles there, which would have been an okay trade had you have entered. Let's add a few more on. So double top, we'll have a look at the double top. So we've got the DE30 has a double top here. We'll see what that looks like. So it's saying top. I don't particularly agree with that. So obviously you've got to have a bit of an investigation as to what you're looking at. So perhaps it's actually looking at the support being broken here. So it's got the entry, and then you're going to target this lower figure here. We'll have a look at what else there is. There's a wedge. You can see if there's any wedges. There's no wedges. Triple top. No. There's one triple top here on the US CAD. So you've got the entry 1, 2, 3, and you're looking to break that low. And we'll see the target's down here. So by pulling this chart numbers, just like in your MetaTrader, you can drag that up and down to kind of change the zoom. Same this way as well, so you can see a bit more history. And basically that pattern there is obviously wanting it to go down to that target. So you've got a huge range of setups, different time frames, a lot of different asset classes, bullish, bearish, all these different patterns. So really good. And then you can actually filter your securities. So if you only want to trade majors, you want to get rid of perhaps the indices, commodities, metals, and really filter it down, you can do that. You can actually, let's say I didn't want to see the US dollar CAD, I can actually just unselect that, and it really filters it down and holds that. So I'll turn that back on, and we've got full screen mode, so you can obviously have a bit more of a look of what's going on. But basically that's it. So for example, if you're looking for more longer time frame type stuff, you got 1 hour, 4 hour perhaps. So it's set to mature. It's probably the best option in terms of what's available right now. We'll turn these on. So we've got a Singapore dollar versus the pound double top. Now that's based on a 1 day. It's obviously looking for a break of this low here before it comes down. Let's take a look at indices. So we've got a double top on the DE30 on the 1 hour. So that's what we were looking at before. Have a look at the commodities if anything pops up. Nothing in commodities that's come up. And metals. So gold, New Zealand dollar. We've got a rising wedge. Depending on what you expect to happen here, perhaps this is a break. And if we don't come back up top, we might actually fall back down. Alternatively, we're looking to break up. But by the looks of that, we've crossed over this kind of pattern here. And we're not making a new sort of trajectory upwards just yet. And that could be an indication that we're going to fall if we drop below this point here. That's on a 1-day gold New Zealand dollar chart. So you've got a lot of different trading information here. So we've got the French 40 or the CAC as they call it. It's a double top. It's a 1 hour pattern. It's incomplete at this stage. And once that breaks below here, it'll be looking to target this price here. So you've got some pretty set in stone kind of information. You've got the charting and you can really dive down into it. So for example, we'll have a look at the French 40 now. So all we have to do is go FRA, French 40 euro, that's the indices, and we can basically, let's turn a few things off. So we're not really looking at the bat. We'll see what else we can turn off. So the triangle, we want to keep that one because it's current. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And keep scrolling down and remove. So we've got a double top there, we'll keep that on. So you can basically have a bit of an outline without having to do all of our own technical analysis. It's basically all done for you. So you can kind of have a look at these levels and say, right, if we pop out down here, down below these levels, we're no longer using this triangle and we could be aiming to a lower point. Or alternatively, if we broke up, you might be aiming towards this 7596 area. So it's a really good way to get your charting done for you, help with making decisions, particularly when you go over to this monitor and see what's actually happening in terms of your patterns. Because what happens when a pattern completes is often you might see a breakout or a bit more volatility to take you into that trade and get a reasonable sort of a risk reward based on the pattern and how price has structured itself in the past. So that's the Manara Eaconomy FX scanner. If you do want to get involved, you can just use the Elite pack. I believe it's $149 US, and then for the first month, and then the next month it actually goes down to $99, so it's a lot cheaper. And if you're trading volumes or you're trading prop firms, that kind of thing, obviously it might be very worthwhile if you've got all of this done for you. You've got trade setups coming to you. If your market that you really like to trade is a bit lacking in terms of opportunities, you can always just come straight across to the Manara Tool and experience that for yourself. Get your charts made up on any chart. So for example, if I want to trade the DE, let's say we'll go Euro US. Now that gives us a whole heap of different automatically generated patterns and that sort of thing. Now we've got a week trend, so we can kind of remove a lot of this information and just see what we're left with. You can kind of play around with that. Where do we expect it to go? So this one is looking like it could really come back up to this D. So we've hit the C, we're heading up to this D. We've got some support back down here as well from this other pattern and these lines here. So this could be a really good opportunity to get long, for example. So rather than having to do all of these sort of different bits of analysis and some of these can be quite technical, and obviously that technical indicator says sell, but to me these patterns kind of look like they're aiming upwards and we're kind of trending upwards on this pattern. I wouldn't particularly worry too much about the technical indicator as such, because technical indicators are lagging, We have been coming down for quite some time. However, the overall sort of movement of price is actually going up. We've got these patterns here and that kind of thing. So the Manara tool is really good for those people who are trading for themselves and perhaps even new to technical analysis and using levels and that kind of thing. It can really help build your understanding of what you might be looking for in the markets. If you haven't already, jump over using the link below to get your referral code so that you can actually get in and use these products and enjoy.